welcome to this week's Bible Moment. My name is Heather, and this is my daughter, Lauren.
Hi.
And this week's Bible Moment was based on Pastor Jonathan's Sunday sermon this past Sunday. Have you watched it? You should go back on the church website and watch Pastor Jonathan's sermon. It was a good one. One thing that stuck out in my mind that brought me to my Bible Moment this week was how radiant and bright as the sun was Moses' face as he came down from Mount Sinai. So before we get into that, I want to recap what Lauren and I read last week, and then we will jump in this week's Bible Moment. Last week I read from my blue Bible, and I read God's Garden and This Snake in the Garden. And Lauren?
What I read was The Very Hungry Caterpillar by Eric Carle.
All right, so Lauren and I have grabbed our sweet tea. We love sweet tea. You can grab your lemonade, grab your coffees, grab your juice box, and let's dive in to this week's Bible Moment. Now, like I mentioned, this week for our snacks and crafts and for the reading was Moses' radiant face coming down from Mount Sinai. But what also brought me to this week was my family this past weekend had a family fun field day. My nephew was missing his field day experience from school. And I know a lot of people have missed like graduations from school, clap outs from school. So my nephew was missing that he didn't have a field day. So my son Anthony and my nephew Sam planned this huge fun family field day that we actually had at my mom's, and you'll see pictures on this video. We had so much fun. Actually, my mom's neighbor, their kids are in the 4-H, and they were throwing out a big box of trophies. This is one of the trophies that was won. As you notice, this one has a golden cow on it. We also had a trophy with a golden chicken. We had some old basketball trophies. It was so much fun, the games that we played. But this one was stuck out with this week's story. All right, which brings me to the golden calf. Remember, there was a golden cow on our trophy. So let's begin. God gives Moses more laws, and when these are written down, Moses builds an altar. He and his people make an agreement or a covenant with God. The people promise to follow all of the Lord's commandments. But later, God calls Moses to come again up to Mount Sinai, where he will give Moses the law written on stone tablets. Joshua goes to partake with him. Days pass and Moses does not return. So the people begin to ask, well, when is he coming back? Can we go look for him? We don't know when Moses will be back, but you must not follow him up the mountain. He is alone with God. Well, who knows? Moses maybe is not ever coming back. If he doesn't come back, then what will we do? Let's ask Aaron, which is Moses' brother. Let's ask Aaron to make us a statue to worship. Yes, we want a God we can see. Feeling lost without their leader, the people forget God's commandments, and they forget their promise to worship only God. They bring their jewelry to Aaron, who melts it and makes it into a golden statue of a calf. It looks just like one of our gods our neighbors worship in Egypt. Tomorrow will be a feast day. We will worship our new God. So early the next morning, the people bring their offerings to the altar before the golden calf. They eat and they drink, they dance with joy. Here's the Bible, here's the story. This Action Bible is really fun. But while the people are celebrating, Moses comes down the mountain with the tablets on which God has written the 10 commandments. On the way, he meets Joshua. "Listen, Moses, it sounds like war in our camp." "No, it sounds like singing. Don't you think?" Moses can't believe what he sees, though. "How dare you cheat God? You promised to worship only God, and already you are worshiping a statue of a calf?" Oh, ridiculous. Shocked by the sight of Moses breaking the stone tablets that he just came down with, the people stopped worshiping the golden calf. "What will Moses do to us?" "Aaron, who made this idol?" Moses asked. "It's not my fault. The people gave me their gold. I just threw it into the fire and out came this golden calf." "Then throw it back into the fire," Moses commanded. Look. Oh, really great. Not so great, but. All right, Moses melted the idol and grinds up the gold and dumps it into the river. "Now all of you drink from this water." "Drink it? It's awful. Oh, what if it makes us sick?" "Just drink it. Let this be a lesson to you. Ponder your faithfulness while I go back up to the mountain and ask God to forgive you." So high on the mountain, where he received God's commandments, Moses kneels to pray. "These are stubborn, rebellious people. Leave, Moses, so I can destroy them," God said. "Oh, Lord, please forgive them. You promised Abraham and Isaac and Jacob to bless their descendants. I know they don't deserve it, but if you destroy them, the other nations will think that you cannot fulfill your promises." Back in the camp, the people pray for Moses' safe return. They hope beyond hope that the Lord will forgive them. But when they see Moses coming down the mountain, they're terrified. Oh, it's so bright. They can't hardly tell what is coming down. Is it Moses? Well, look at Moses. Look, it is Moses. But look at his face. It's as bright as the sun. The glory of having been with God shines on Moses' face. He covers his face with a veil so that the people are not to be frightened. "Don't be afraid," Moses says. "God has forgiven you." All right, that concludes this week's story. So let's go on and move on to crafts and snacks.